That's not good. You know what that is? That is the hidden cost of home ownership. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about 3 of them, and we're gonna be discussing some ways that you can financially prepare for when these things happen. I'm gonna get off this ladder and call a professional because this has the potential to be very expensive. Homeownership comes with a lot of hidden costs that most renters don't even think of. The first thing that you're going to pay when moving into a house is homeowners insurance. It's generally 5 times more expensive than renter's insurance because in addition to covering all your stuff, it covers your property too. Just because you can afford to pay $2,000 a month in rent doesn't mean $2,000 a month for a mortgage is all that you'll pay to live in your home comfortably. And I'm about to find that out today. Imagine this, you finally bought your dream home. It's got a spacious living area, a beautiful backyard, an awesome closet. The home is beautiful. You move all your apartment furniture in and you realize, sure is empty in here. It even echoes. The only solution is to fill up that empty space with things. The average cost to furnish a home is between $10,000 and $60,000. That's thousands of dollars that you wouldn't have had the room to spend if you lived elsewhere. Some of the costs associated with homeownership are sneaky. You may not even realize the cost to heat and cool a larger space can cost you 30% more than an apartment. Other sneaky fees could include lawn maintenance, landscaping, pool treatment, even homeowners association fees, and nobody likes those. Even if you decide not to pay for some of these services, lawn maintenance and landscaping will cost you in time if you decide to do it yourself. No project is ever a quick one. Mowing, weed eating, edging takes at least an hour at the quickest, and you're exhausted by the end of it. Terminex has shown up to see what's coming out of the wall and how much it's going to cost me.
So yeah, they've been here for a little while to do that.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. I noticed the wall was a little bit weak up here.
And the more that happens, they'll continue to spread out. So they won't go away. You had to kind of kill them out.
Right.
And so what we're gonna do here is treat inside this wall void here, because we wanna. Normally we'll use the technician, once he arrives, he may decide to use a foam or either aerosol. Either way, it's gonna treat inside this wall cavity, and everything that's here is gonna kill it. Now on this exterior wall is what I was talking about, the trenching.
Gotcha.
And then they're gonna install termite bait around the perimeter. That bait will kill off the termites that's remaining on the property. It works every day. Kind of like how your termites are constantly looking for food. Well, the bait is constantly giving off a scent that's saying, hey, here I come. And so that way, it takes about 3 to 6 months to accomplish what we call colony elimination, meaning there's no active termites on the property. But if there's activity found within your home during that time or after, you're covered.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
If I lived in an apartment, I wouldn't be responsible for termites. But this month, housing costs are about to hit me over the head. While we wait on the exterminator, we're gonna talk about the second hidden cost of homeownership that's going to remind you of annual rent increases. This is called escrow analysis. Despite what you may have heard, your mortgage payment isn't consistent year over year. Many people don't know this. Half of your mortgage is comprised of your principal and your interest. The total of that remains fixed. What can change is the amount of property tax and insurance. That can change from one year to the next. Every year, depending on what state you live in, your homeowner's insurance and property taxes get recalculated into the overall mortgage payment, resulting in a slight change of payment year over year. It sounds like an annual rent hike, except it's because the changes are due to property taxes. Most first-time homeowners aren't prepared for this. In 2020, I was informed that my escrow account had a shortage of $3,322.90, and that my mortgage would increase by $450 every single month. Thankfully, I refinanced half a year later and decreased my monthly payment by $200 a month while cutting the term of my mortgage in half. But it's kind of crazy knowing that any given February, my insurance property tax could increase by thousands of dollars. Speaking of increase, this leads me to my final point, repair and renovation. Homeownership is a never-ending work in progress. There's always something that needs fixing, repairing, or upgrading. There's no limit on how much you can choose to put into your home. Or in my case today, how much you can be surprised by events outside of your control that will cost you thousands of dollars. My first 5 years of home ownership have included replacing the garage door springs, replacing the hot water heater, having foundation repair done, and fixing the dishwasher. Twice. I wasn't expecting to pay $2,200 today to flush out termites, but because you're a homeowner, you should expect the day to come where you have to pay a little extra for repairs. I've easily spent more than $10,000 in just repairs so far, and there's still more work that needs to be done. To prepare for home maintenance, I recommend saving 1 to 2% of your total home value every single month. Even if you cannot afford to save that much, at least set aside something like $50 or $100 a month just so you can have something saved when home repairs are needed. Because if you can afford to pay in full, many companies give you a discount on the services they provide. It pays to save. Remodels are voluntary repairs or upgrades that you can make to make your home your own. The list of possible upgrades is endless, and the amount of money you can choose to put into them is endless as well. You could remodel the bathroom, upgrade the flooring in the living area, add an outdoor kitchen, install a pool, or upgrade your existing kitchen, and so on. Many people simply choose to pay for remodels and upgrades by adding it to the mortgage. It's a semi-permanent housing increase that can lead to financial ruin if you don't have consistent income to support it. So before you decide to spend $20,000 on a rear deck, actually run the numbers. Make sure this is something that you can afford and can afford consistently. These are just some of the things to consider when comparing home ownership to renting. Today's video comes at a pretty big cost. You just watched me lose about 1/5 of my home's overall value during the video today. It sucks. Hopefully you can apply this video to your home ownership journey so you'll be one step closer to using money to create the life that you want to live.